Derrida's, or Jacques Derrida's deconstructionist concept of metaphysics of presence, or a crime really that he says that most of Western philosophy commits. In this video, is this another video that I want to do? This is like concepts of Jacques Derrida's philosophy, his deconstructionist philosophy. In this video, I want to talk about exactly what metaphysics of presence is. You know, I have a couple of videos where I talk about logocentrism and what that, why that's wrong according to Derrida and what all that is. Metaphysics of presence is another thing that Derrida states is wrong for philosophy to have, and I shouldn't say wrong because that's a normative connotation. So it's incorrect for philosophy to have, because and we're talking about people. We're in like the first of all, deconstruction is a theory. Now, I have various videos about Derrida's philosophy, so this will be just one concept which will not mean anything to you if you don't know something about Derrida's philosophy. Basically, Derrida's deconstruction is about exposing the traces, exposing trace, and not having any kind of indefinite theories, like not being a total dualist, not holding this or that to be entirely true, and to recognize that just like how presence is connected to absence, because kind of like in Jean-Paul Sartre's work, Being in Nothingness, he waits for his friend Pierre in the cafe, and he doesn't come. So Pierre not being there is an absence that is connected to presence, and that's just one little, it's a little bit of a explanation as to how presence is connected to absence and back and forth. How sometimes existentialist philosophers question what is the nothing. Anyways, I'm gonna try to keep this video under 15 minutes, but it's just kind of really, his philosophy is difficult to talk about, and I want to give a good discussion about what this concept of metaphysics of presence is. First of all, there's the essay by him called Difference, and there's of grammatology, and there's dissemination, and there's writing and difference, which are works by him. In his essay Difference, what he talks about is difference is a non-word and non-concept which he doesn't put a meaning to for a reason. He doesn't put a meaning to difference, or there's multiple meanings. In his in his concept pharmakon, in Plato's Pharmacy, he puts multiple meanings to it, but it has no indefinite meaning, and he does that for a reason, because he thinks that there should be no there's no indefinite presence, there's no pure presence, there's no pure truth, there's no pure meaning, there's no and that we shouldn't look at philosophy that way. We should understand that to be a dualist is to be in many ways connected to monism, and to be a monist or a physicalist is to be in many ways connected to dualism. To deconstruct dualism is to expose the traces that are related to dualism, like monism and physicalism. Deconstruction is about deconstructing binary conceptual opposites, and breaking those down to expose all the traces and all the aporias and all the contradictions and all that stuff. So metaphysics of presence is similar to logocentrism. Logocentrism is having a centered philosophy. If one writes a big treatise as to why dualism is the most entirely correct philosophy of mind, that is a philosophy that is centered on a certain thing, on one certain thing being correct. deconstruction aims to decenter philosophy, to decenter it and to marginalize conceptual oppositions, and to basically, to put it metaphorically, to turn concepts inside out to reveal the concept or science opposite. It's so logocentrism is that. It's just having a centered philosophy that's centered on one thing or another, and you're holding that because of this and that. Metaphysics of presence is similar in that according to Derrida, the philosophers that are committing metaphysics of presence are Plato, Hegel, Leibniz, most of Western philosophy. And Plato had this big abstract ontology. He had his big Plato's heaven of the forms and everything. If you read Plato's dialogues, you will see all of that. You will read about all of that. That, according to Derrida, is metaphysics of presence, because pure presence is incorrect to hold, because pure presence is directly related to absence. Because if we any presence that we deconstruct reveals absence. And to have this ontology about things that are real and true, to have real meaning, to have real truth, which is based on certain ontologies which are real and true, and nothing can be said that will make those ontologies wrong or incorrect. Having any holding any presence like that is wrong, and he says that there is no pure presence because of how because we can deconstruct presence, and we can expose all the traces and show how everything is connected, how binary opposites are connected. And I have videos where I think I explain this better. I'm going to be honest. I think I might not be doing as well as I might like right now. But that's what it is. And any pure presence is wrong. It's not correct to have. And that's just because we want to have a philosophy where aporias are fine, and where we accept the truth that there really isn't any kind of pure presence. And there's all these philosophers in Western philosophy who have said, well, no, presence is like this, or presence is like that. People, or philosophers who commit metaphysics of presence, are saying, no, existence is this and such and such a way, or existence is this way and that way. To talk about any of that is just kind of pointless to him. So, I think I could have explained this better. So I'm sorry if I didn't. Give you the explanation you wanted. I do have multiple videos about Derrida's philosophy. I think I have a video which I did late last year, which I think might do better. And I have a playlist where all these videos about Derrida and such are put, so you can just look through those if you want a better explanation, or perhaps go to look on the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy or something like that, or there's people like Chad African. He has some good videos on Derrida as well. If someone can't, if there's one person who can't explain Derrida to you, the explanation I'm giving can only work for certain people. I'm not gonna have the best explanation for everyone. So, find many videos, and one of them might, and all of them together, or one of them might make you have a pretty good understanding. So, if you have any questions or anything, comment and I'd love to discuss with you. So I'd love whenever anybody comments, I always know because of the email thing. So please comment. I'd love to discuss with you. Thank you.